Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our call board meeting for final approval of the 2026-2027 Facilities Master Plan. A moment of self-reflection and pledge of allegiance. Mr. Lowry, can you lead us in that, please?
Yes, ma'am. May we all stand, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lowry. Mr. Allen, can you do roll call, please?
Yes, ma'am, Madam President. Ms. Shauna Stovall.
Present.
Mr. Ed Lowry.
Here.
Ms. Mary Jane Abbott. Ms. Shante Boyd.
Here.
Ms. Monique Braswell.
Present.
Ms. Venus Kane.
Here.
Mr. Walter Eubanks. Here. Mr. Charlie Hanna.
Here.
Ms. Samantha Valentine.
Here.
Mr. Charlie Walker. Right.
All right, thank you. We have a quorum, so we can move forward and proceed with the board meeting as called. First item on the agenda is approval to receive as information the transcripts of the public hearings and the comments, suggestions, and questions from the public hearing. Mr. Allen and Mr. Fletcher.
All right, thank you, Ms. President. We've had 3 public hearings, and so at this time, I will turn it over to Mr. Fletcher for him to walk through each presentation that we're bringing this evening.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Allen. Before you tonight, for your consideration and approval are the facility master plan proposals, and they're designed to address school capacity and maximize programs for the school system. And as you know, the school administration, with the assistance of Tracy Richter and other members of HPM Planning Consultants, have been working on this diligently, really since July of 2025. They started this process as a continuation of what we did in 2023, and because of several changes, including a new superintendent and whatnot, there was nothing proposed in 24, and so it kind of picked up with that. Many meetings have been held, many task force meetings, many work session meetings, small group meetings with the board, and that's what we've arrived at tonight's proposal. And under the plan, the school system does to propose to close some schools, to consolidate 2 elementary schools, consolidate 2 middle schools, temporarily close 1 elementary school while it does a regeneration prior to the consolidation, and convert 1 high school into a college and career academy. Under OCGA 20-2-260, which is the capital outlay code section regarding master facility plans of school systems, prior to a local board of education's decision to close an existing school, which results in transportation of students to a new school or to another existing school, the board must schedule and hold 2 public hearings in order to provide opportunity for full discussion of the proposal. Notice of the public hearings must be published in the local newspaper, and the board must request formal written comments or suggestions regarding proposals and the school system's organizational patterns and school sizes, and allow appropriate discussion during those public hearings. The pursuant to proper notice published twice in the Augusta Chronicle, 3 public hearings were held in order to give the public the opportunity to provide comments and suggestions, and also to ask questions regarding the facility master plan proposals for the 26-27 school year and beyond. The 3 public hearings were held on January 15th, 2026 at T.W. Josie High School, February 9th, 2026 at Barton Chapel Elementary School, February 12th, 2026 here at the central office of the Richmond County Board of Education. At each of these hearings, Mr. Tracy Richter of HPM or Superintendent Cobb presented a comprehensive overview of the proposed facility master plan by means of a detailed PowerPoint presentation. And the presentations were each followed by public participation segments where members of the community were allowed to offer their comments, their concerns, and suggestions regarding the various proposals. Mr. Richter gave the first presentation at the hearing on January 15th at Josie High School. And as you recall, Josie community shared many concerns, many good suggestions regarding the proposal for TW Josie. And the administration and the board listened to those concerns and suggestions, and as a result, they made several key adjustments to the initial proposal to address those concerns and incorporate those suggestions in the final proposal that's before you tonight. The second and third hearings were originally scheduled for January 26th and 27th. They had to be postponed and rescheduled due to inclement weather. The two hearings were re-advertised and rescheduled for February 9th and February 12th. And in retrospect, the required postponing may have been a blessing, and it allowed the administration and the board time to adjust the proposals based on the public comment and feedback that they received. And Dr. Cobb gave the presentations on February 9th and 12th, as Mr. Richter was unable to attend, and the presentations for the 9th and the 12th included several changes to the proposals, as I just discussed, and they represent the system's final proposals, which are before you tonight. And to document compliance with the law and to ensure that everyone and the senior team members had access to everything, a certified court reporter transcribed each hearing, including verbatim all comments, suggestions, and questions presented at each meeting. I reviewed the transcripts and the comments for accuracy, and those were forwarded to you for review. Unfortunately, we did not receive those until Thursday evening, so there's not much time to get them to you quicker or to compile like we normally would do. And tonight, we're going to be asking you to accept those transcripts from those public hearings and the comments and suggestions as information, and then we're going to ask for your consideration and approval of the plan. So going into the agenda items, let's see, on the first agenda item, E, regarding approval to receive the information transcripts of the public hearings and the comments, suggestions, and questions, we would need a motion from you if that's your desire to do that. So.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Fletcher. Are there any questions, comments?
Question.
Yes, sir.
Madam President, could you please explain where even a child can understand that we are not closing TW Josie High School and that they will stay in the Murphy building? They will stay together and on what we're planning to do with Jenkins White and Barton Chapel. Could
All
that
right.
be explained as well?
Yes, when we get to, that's in section F, and we have 1 through 5 numbered. When we get to number 5, I'm circling it right now. So before we move into that, we will have an explanation, but that will come up in section F when we get to each one. So thank you for that. Any questions about the approval to receive the transcripts, the public transcripts in the hearings and the comments?
So move with any necessary corrections.
Second.
All right, it has been moved by Ms. Kane, second by Mr. Hannah. Can we do a roll call vote, please, Mr. Allen?
Yes, ma'am, Ms. Sobal. Ms. Shonda Sobal,
Yes.
Mr. Ed Lowry,
Yes.
Ms. Mary Jane Abbott.
Yes.
And just for the record, Ms. Abbott is present.
Who?
I made it.
Ms. Abbott?
Ms. Mary Jane Abbott is present. Ms. Shantae Boyd,
Yes.
Ms. Monique Braswell,
No.
Ms. Venus Kane,
Yes.
Mr. Walter Eubanks,
Yes.
Mr. Charlie Hanna,
Yes.
Ms. Samantha Valentine,
Yes.
and Mr. Walker is not present.
All right, so it has been approved 8-1 that we accept the transcript of the public hearings, the comments, suggestions, and questions from them. Thank you. Before we move on to our second one, I apologize, I did not do this in the beginning. I would like to acknowledge our board advisory board that are here this evening in our meeting. If you are here with us, would you please stand? We thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for the work that you do, keeping your ears and eyes to the community so that you can bring forth to the board suggestions that will help us. Next, we're going to go on to approval number F. We're going to go on to number F. I'm going to ask that we do each one individually and not approve them collectively. I will be calling for a roll call vote for these as well. So we're going to F, approval to allow the superintendent to implement the facility master planning proposals contained in the comprehensive overview previously presented to the board and further described in items 1 through 6 below, effective for the school years commencing 2026 through 2027, except as otherwise noted. So we're going to pull the first one. To temporarily close Barton Chapel Elementary upon completion of the 2025-26 school year and begin demolition of its existing facilities and construction of a new elementary school on its current campus for the purpose of consolidating with GHES, that's Glen Hill Elementary School. During construction beginning in the 2026-2027 school year, most BCES students will temporarily attend GHES with the temporary addition of 10 portables. The Bellfell Lake subdivision boundary will be permanently reassigned to BES. That's Bel Air Middle School, Elementary School, Bel Air Middle School, and Westside High School. After construction, Glen Hill Elementary School will consolidate with the new Barton Chapel Elementary School. The new consolidated elementary school is projected to open at the start of the 2028-29 school year. Effective upon consolidation, GHES will be closed and its facilities will be repurposed for use to be finalized at a later time. All students currently assigned to GHES and all BCES students temporarily attending GHES will be reassigned to the new consolidated elementary school on the BC campus. See detailed explanations in the attachment if we need to. We have any discussion? Ms. Kane?
Could you please make it clear, because I got a phone call this morning stating that, I guess the community in the Barton Chapel area again was confused, that Barton Chapel, what's going to actually happen with Barton Chapel.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much. So what will happen is that the facilities at Barton Chapel Elementary School will be remodeled. The students from Barton Chapel will temporarily go to Glen Hills Elementary School, and then upon the completion of the new school, those students at Glen Hills Elementary School and all Barton Chapel students will return back to the new site.
Thank you.
All right, may I get a motion to approve number 1, please?
So moved.
Second.
It has been motioned by Ms. Kane, approved by, second by Mr. Hannah. Mr. Allen, can you do a roll call vote, please?
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Shonda Stovall,
Yes.
Mr. Ed Lowry, Ms. Mary Jane Abbott,
Yes.
Ms. Shante Boyd,
Yes.
Ms. Monique Braswell,
Yes.
Ms. Venus Kane,
Yes.
Mr. Walter Eubanks,
Yes.
Mr. Charlie Hanna,
Yes.
Ms. Samantha Valentine,
Yes.
and Mr. Walker is absent.
All right, it has been unanimously approved, 9-0. And we will move on to our second one. To close Jenkins White Elementary School upon completion of the 2025 school year and repurpose its facilities for use to be determined at a later time. Effective for the 2026-27 school year, the affected students will be reassigned to Hines Elementary School, Hornsby Elementary School, Lamar Millage Elementary School, and Wilkinson Gardens Elementary School. Some students from Hornsby Elementary School will be reassigned to Lamar Millage Elementary School, and some students from Wilkinson Gardens Elementary School will be rezoned to Bayville Elementary School. Any discussion?
Move for approval.
Second.
All right, it has been moved by Ms. Kane, second by Mr. Hannah. Mr. Allen, can you do a roll call vote, please?
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Shonda Stovall,
Yes.
Mr. Ed Lowry,
Yes.
Ms. Mary Jane Abbott,
Yes.
Ms. Shante Boyd,
Yes.
Ms. Monique Braswell,
Yes.
Ms. Venus Kane,
Yes.
Mr. Walter Eubanks,
Yes.
Mr. Charlie Hanna,
Yes.
Ms. Samantha Valentine?
Yes.
Mr. Walker is not present.
All right, it has been unanimously approved, 9-0. Moving on to item number 3, to close Tut Middle School as a middle school upon completion of the 25-26 school year and consolidate Tut and Langford Middle Schools into a new middle school named Langford Tut Middle School to open during the 26-27 school year. Tut Middle School is currently serving students zoned for Tut and students zoned for Langford Middle School who are temporarily attending Tut during the construction of a new middle school facility on the existing Langford campus pursuant to planned consolidation action taken by the Board of Education in 2024. The new consolidated middle school facility is projected to open on Langford's campus during the 2026-27 school year. That's in this year. Beginning in August, but I think it's December that it's going to open.
That's correct.
Upon the opening of the new facility, Tut and Langford will consolidate into one middle school named Langford Tut Middle School. Tut Middle School will close and its facilities will be repurposed or disposed. Plans for the use or disposal of the Tut Middle School facilities have not been finalized. All students currently assigned to Tut and all Langford students temporarily attending Tut will be reassigned to the new consolidated middle school on the Langford campus. Any discussions or questions?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am, Ms. Braswell.
So we did a naming committee for the new school that's coming,
Yes,
which is what, Langford Tut?
Langford Tut.
Langford Tut. So when we did that, we were aware that Tut was no longer going to be in existence.
The Tut facilities as just Tut alone, yes, ma'am. And that's why we're voting now to close out the facility when the new facility opened. And in order to combine the schools, we had to close out that one school to combine them together.
So I just want to be clear. So we combined the two schools without closing it completely, or how did that go?
So we combined the schools, so they're not closed until
Make sure
officially.
you, because I.
Yep. I'm like you said, like a kindergarten. So that school is still technically open. We just house those students at Langford to
Okay.
temporarily attend Langford until the consolidation is complete, until the rebuilding of the facilities is complete. Once the rebuilding of the facilities is complete at the end of this school year, then that school will close down and those Tut middle school students will now become Langford Tut middle school students. And those Langford middle school students will become Langford Tut middle school students.
So we're voting to close Tut the end of the school year?
Yes,
Okay.
not this school year, not the 25-26 school year, but the 26-27 school year.
So they'll be in that building for a whole nother year?
They'll be in that building until December when the building process is done.
Okay.
Move for approval.
Second.
All right, it has been moved by Ms. Kane, second by Mr. Hannah. All those, Mr. Allen, can you do a roll call vote, please?
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Shonda Stovall?
Yes.
Mr. Ed Lowry? Ms. Mary Jane Abbott?
Yes.
Ms. Shante Boyd?
Yes.
Ms. Monique Braswell?
Yes?
Ms. Venus Kane?
Yes.
Mr. Walter Eubanks?
Yes.
Mr. Charlie Hanna?
Yes.
Ms. Samantha Valentine?
Yes.
And Mr. Walker is not present.
All right, that passed unanimously to a 9-0 vote. Moving on to item number 4, to close Murphy Middle School upon completion of the 25-26 school year. Its facilities will be renovated, repurposed, and converted as part of the conversion of the Murphy Middle School and T.W. Josie Comprehensive High School campuses into a new district-wide college and career academy serving grades 9 through 12. The Murphy Middle School boundary will be dissolved for the 26-27 school year, and the affected students will be reassigned to Langford Middle School, Richmond Hill Middle School, Hornsby Middle School. Some students attending Glen Hills Middle School will be reassigned to Richmond Hill Middle School. Any questions or discussion?
I do.
Yes, ma'am, Ms. Braswell.
So, with us closing down Murphy and taking some of those kids to from Murphy to Langford, Richmond Hill, Hornsby, Are we going to do a naming committee? Because we are consolidating those schools.
We're not consolidating those schools, we're dispersing those students. So consolidating the school would be if we were to bring another middle school and combined it with Murphy Middle School to make a new school. We're just taking those students from that one school and dispersing them to other schools within a closer zone to their area.
It's just like,
So that's not, okay.
You have a question further? Okay, Ms. Kane?
it's basically, we're just redistricting. That's all we're doing, redrawing the zones is what we're actually doing, just, which we have done before.
Yes. So we're not taking that school and putting it with other schools. That school is going to close. We're taking those students and rehousing them in other schools. So we're not taking that entire student body and putting it in one school. Those students will be dispersed. So with Langford Tut, we took the entire student body of Tut and put them in with Langford. We didn't disperse them. We combined those two schools. That's the difference.
So being a kindergartner that I am, when it comes down to stuff like this, we're redistricting the kids for that district to go into other schools? Because I did hear the word redistrict.
Yes, ma'am. So rezoning is the better word to use than redistricting.
Okay.
So we're rezoning them. So the students that attend Murphy that lives closer to Langford Middle School, as Langford is now. That's why it says Langford Middle School and not Langford Tut. So next year they'll be attending Langford Tut Middle School. Those students that live closer to Richmond Hill will be going to Richmond Hill, and the students that live closer to Hornsby will be attending Hornsby. None of those schools are combining the whole entire student body together. They're rezoning these students to attend the schools that's closer to their residence.
Okay.
All right. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All right, it has been motioned by Ms. Kane and second by Mr. Hannah. Mr. Allen, can we do a roll call vote, please?
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Shawna Stovall,
Yes.
Mr. Ed Lowry,
Yes.
Ms. Mary Jane Abbott,
Yes.
Ms. Shante Boyd,
Yes.
Ms. Monique Braswell,
No.
Ms. Venus Kane,
Yes.
Mr. Walter Eubanks,
Yes.
Mr. Charlie Hanna,
Yes.
Ms. Samantha Valentine,
Yes.
and Mr. Walker is not present.
All right, so that motion passes 8-1. All right, moving to item 5. To close T.W. Josie Comprehensive High School's existing facilities upon completion of the 25-26 school year to allow for renovation of its existing facilities, construction of a new facilities on its current site, and conversion of the Josie Murphy campus into a district-wide college and career academy serving grades 9 through 12. The new college and career academy is projected to open in the fall of 2029. During the 3 years of construction, 26 through 27, 27 through 28, and 28 through 29, 9th through 12th grade students zoned for T.W. Josie High School will attend T.W. Josie High School in the closed Murphy Middle School facilities. After completion of the construction and opening of the new college and career academy, the Josie High School boundary will be dissolved commencing with the 2029-2030 school year, and the affected students will be reassigned to the Academy of Richmond County, Butler High School, and Laney High School. Some students from Glen Hill High School will be assigned to Butler High School. All such students will be eligible to attend the new college and career academy. So now to go back to Mr. Lowry's question. We are taking the students that are currently in Josie High School and housing them in the Murphy Middle School building so that they can continue as a Josie High School cohort. Every student that graduates from there for this year, next year, 2028, and 2029 will be Josie High School graduates because T.W. Josie will be housed inside of Murphy Middle School. Upon the completion of the College and Career Academy, those students that are in the T.W. Josie cohort at the time residing in Murphy Middle School will have first obligation to attend the College and Career Academy. That College and Career Academy will have a naming committee that will decide what the name of that new College and Career Academy will be. That is going to be made up of alumni. That is going to be made up of the board member that is in that district. That is going to be made up of district members, community members, business members, church members. So if you would like to be a part of that naming committee, please make sure you see either Mr. Welch or Mr. Allen to sign up for that. Once the naming committee comes together, they have at least 2 meetings. Once the naming committee come together, they then will decide what they want the school to be named, the school colors, and the school mascot. That will then be presented to the board for the Board of Education to vote on. The Board of Education does not have a say-so in what the naming committee comes up with. It is solely at the discretion of the naming committee to present to the board to be voted on. Typically, in times past, whatever the naming committee suggests is what the board usually votes on, because it is the community that names their schools. So Josie is not closing. We will be housing Josie in Murphy Middle School. If this is to pass, we will be housing Josie in Murphy Middle School for the next 4 years. That is the 26-27, 27-28, 28 and 29 school years, 3 years, I apologize. For the next 3 years. It is during the 29-30 that they have the option to either attend Richmond County, Academy of Richmond County, Butler High School, and Laney High School, or the College and Career Academy if it should be, if they should decide. That College and Career Academy will be open to every student in Richmond County, but the Josie students will have priority to apply. All right, any questions, any discussions?
So I just,
Yes, ma'am.
so based on the way that this is written, I don't like it.
Okay,
I don't like, it does give the look as if we are closing that school under the name that it is right now. I've gotten a lot of calls today.
I think we all have.
I've gotten a lot of calls today from the community, from the media, from almost everybody who, and I hadn't seen it at the time. I seen it after I received my first call about it saying to close T.W. Josie Comprehensive Existing Facility. At the end of the day, it still looks like we are shutting down that particular school, and I think we should have used better wording to make it a whole lot clearer. Because Shonda, you're saying we're not closing, we're not closing, we're not closing. But deep down inside, we got people sitting out here saying we're lying. We're being called liars.
I understand that, and that is the purpose of the explanation. It says specifically the existing facilities. It also goes on to say that those students will be in the Murphy Middle School facilities. That is why I'm on record. This is on record. This is being transcribed as on record to say we are not closing T.W. Josie. The school will still exist. Students from the 25, 26, 26, 27, 27, 28, and 28, 29 school year will graduate with T.W. Josie high school diplomas. Those students will be housed in the Murphy Middle School building, while the current facility that sits on the T.W. Josie site will be renovated. So T.W. Josie will still be open. Students that are zoned for that school now will still attend T.W. Josie High School housed inside Murphy Middle School. They will still be T.W. Josie High School Eagles. They will still be T.W. Josie Comprehensive High School. We are not closing that school. We are closing the facilities to renovate the facilities to convert it to a college and career academy. The name itself will be based on what the naming committee suggests to the board to name. Students that are currently there, 9th, 10th, and 11th grade students will graduate with a T.W. Josie High School diploma. In 2028, 2029, that is when we will convert the current TW Josie campus, the current building, to the College and Career Academy. And those students that are currently in TW Josie that will now be housed at the Murphy Middle School site will be able to attend that College and Career Academy if they so choose. Does that explain, Ms.
So
Braswell?
for me, I will not, and cannot support this with the language being the way that it is. I'm asking you all to go back and change the language because it's not clear.
So what would you want the language to say? Because it says to close TW Josie Comprehensive High School's existing facilities upon completion of the 2025-26 school year to allow for renovation of its existing facilities, construction of a new facility on its current site, and conversion
Okay.
of the Josie Murphy campus.
So here's what I would like it to say. To temporarily close TW Josie High School the same way we did for Barton Chapel. Because at the end of the day, we are going to rebuild that building back.
But it's not the same thing. Here's why it's not the same
That's
thing.
whether I can't go with it.
Okay, but here's, and
A call for the
hold on.
vote, Madam President.
Hold on a second. Hold on. She deserves to have clarity. She deserves to have clarity. The reason why it's not the
The ones that
same.
want to call for the vote have an agenda. I don't have an agenda.
Okay.
I'm talking to the
Agendas for these
community.
kids.
Okay.
So when you explain yours, then we'll
Ladies
all
and gentlemen,
we'll
ladies and
all
gentlemen,
be happy to hear this.
we will
the
be-
agenda is for the
Mr. Hannah,
improvement.
we will be civilized. We will be civilized.
Don't,
Hold on.
don't be calling me out. This been going on
hold
for years.
on.
This is not new.
It
This
is not new,
We've been
but
trying to
everybody
save this
deserves,
years, and the
everybody deserves to have a clear understanding before they take the vote. Everybody, the audience, the board members, everybody deserves to have a clear understanding before a vote is taken. The reason why that it says at the first one to temporarily close Barton Chapel Elementary School is because Barton Chapel, the building itself, is just being renovated, and those student bodies are being placed in another school to come back to that school. It is not being converted to a middle school career academy. It is Barton Chapel. It's just like if my home was being renovated and I had to temporarily stay somewhere else. I'm still a resident of East Augusta. I just have to temporarily live in this house until the remodeling of my home is done. Once they come back, then they are still going to be Barton Chapel Elementary School. The facilities at TW Josie is going to be renovated to be converted to a college and career academy. That is the difference. The TW Josie students will be housed inside of Murphy Middle School. They will still be a school. They will still be TW Josie Comprehensive High School. The building itself is going to be remodeled to a college and career academy. That's why Barton Chapel says temporarily closed, because they're coming back to Barton Chapel. There's no naming committee because the name won't be changed at Barton Chapel. They're coming back to Barton Chapel.
Shonda, please check, because we were told that there was going to be a naming committee.
Is there going to be a naming committee, Ms., for Barton Chapel?
Yes.
Yes, there will be a naming
Yes.
committee for Barton Chapel.
Yes, there will.
All right, that was my apology then. So that will still be, you wanted to change it to temporarily close TW Josie. So what will we have it to say to signify that it will be housed at Murphy Middle School and then could be converted to the College and Career Academy?
Temporary.
Okay, temporarily means that they're going to come back to that building as well.
With the naming committee. It's still going to come back with the naming committee.
All right, so hold on.
Wait a minute. I got something to say.
That word.
Ms. Kane?
Okay. Jesus. We have said time and time again, we are rebuilding TW Josie. It will be a comprehensive high school with the emphasis on the Career College Academy. It's going to be a college academy, going to be merged. They're going to have it all right there. We're giving these students your children, your grandchildren, the opportunity to stay right here in Augusta for the jobs that's coming here to Augusta. The 250 jobs coming down here at the data center, the ones that are coming out here in the industrial park. We're giving our children an opportunity to have a job. T.W. Josie is not closing. We're moving them from one building to the other building. We're going to tear down that whole old school except for the gym. We putting the name T.W. Josie on that football field with Dion's name on it like you asked me to do. Where are we getting to the point where it's temporary? We just said here, we're going to close it. We're going to reopen it.
Madam President, we need to call for the vote,
Okay,
please.
so hold on a second.
I don't understand what the problem is. We're closing it temporarily, the school, we're closing the
Ms. Kane.
building. We're closing the
Right.
building, we're moving them to Murphy. It's still gonna be, when they in the Murphy building,
Ms.
T.W.
Kane,
Josie.
Ms. Kane.
Okay, I just asked for our attorney. I just asked, could we adjust the amendment of the name of it? Mr. Fletcher, can you give the explanation, please? My specific request was, can we adjust the item number 5, to add the word temporarily in it as request, so that it does not increase confusion as to the process of what will happen? I keep saying Mr. Lowry. Mr. Fletcher, can you please give that answer publicly, please?
Well, the one thing I would say is this: T.W. Josie as a high school will eventually be closed when it's converted into a college and career academy. So, but what it says in here is that we will close its existing facilities. The building itself, while they do the renovation and all that. Now, I guess I have no problem if you want to say temporarily closed, if we're doing a conversion, but
Okay,
That's it.
so the understanding is,
But then you can't do the naming committee.
But it's a different type of high school.
no, I think that is the point. I mean, with the naming, and I think that's one thing we need to do, with the naming committee, it applies to any type of repurposing, it applies to any type of consolidation, it applies to any type of conversion. I think if we use the word temporarily closing,
That kills that.
it kills it.
Right.
okay. Ms. Abbott, I saw your hand.
I just have a quick question. So yes, technically we are going to close T.W. Josie Comprehensive High School in its current entity, but correct me if I'm wrong, when we vote to do that, we're just going to turn around and vote right afterwards to reopen it as T.W. Josie Career Academy, correct? Like the votes are going to be happening like right with each other.
No, we haven't, when the naming committee presents it.
Yeah, but we can't close T.W. Josie High School until there's something to reopen, is
So
what I'm saying.
T.W. Josie High,
They're gonna be
the
in Murphy.
building is closed, but T.W. Josie High School is still open, because we still have those students in Murphy.
Right, but it goes back to what Mr. Fletcher just said. We do have to vote to close it and then vote to reopen it.
Yes, it's like.
And what
yes.
I'm saying is those votes are going to happen very, very close to one another.
Yes.
Because we are not currently closing the school. We are just moving the children into Murphy Middle School. So T.W. Josie, after we have this vote tonight, will still be open as T.W. Josie Comprehensive High School, housed in the Murphy Middle School location.
Yes,
Correct?
yes,
Okay, that's.
But that would be in 2029.
Right,
yes.
20.
Right.
But the
That's
naming
2029.
committee will convene immediately after this. The naming committee will convene. Whenever they present to the board, we can vote. If they submit the name next month, we can vote next month for whatever name they submit, and we will know going into 2029 what the name of the school will be. So we don't have to wait to 2029 to name the school.
We're not waiting.
It's going to be a naming committee because it's a college and career academy and not comprehensive high school. That's why.
Can I?
Okay, if you want to look at it like that, yes, sir. But for now, it's going to be T.W. Josie housed inside of Murphy Middle School. And when the building renovations are done, it can be T.W. Josie College and Career Academy or T.W. Josie Comprehensive College and Career Academy. I would suggest that you please join the naming committee so that it will be named whatever you want it to be named. So when you present it to us, we vote for it.
Mr. Fletcher, can you explain what you just said just a bit more clearer as to why for Barton Chapel it does not get rid of the naming committee, but for T.W. Josie it does?
They have a naming committee. They're not getting rid of the naming committee.
Ms. Braswell,
What he just said,
let me say this, I'm not sure, I think what we said with Barton Chapel, we were temporarily closing it.
Right.
And the students were going over to Glen Hills, and they
Right.
were going to be attending Glen Hills High School, but ultimately they were going to come back.
Right.
In the new school, but it is going to be consolidated. Whether we use the term close or temporarily close, I don't think it affects the naming committee. I think, we would do a naming committee based on what it's ultimately going to be doing. And I'm not sure I was comparing the two when I did this. I wanted to make it clear that just for right now, we were closing those facilities at Josie to allow us to do the demolition, the renovation, and all those type of things. But ultimately, this plan approves the conversion after 3 years into a college and career academy. And that in of itself will require new naming.
and that's fine. The naming committee could, and I'm just throwing it off. The naming committee could come back with T.W. Josie Richmond County School System. It could come back with something that still says T.W. Josie. Mm-hmm. The point I'm making, the point that I've been hearing all day, is it appears, even though we're saying up here that we're not, the wording in this appears to say that we are. Mm-hmm. Why go through all of this when just one word, it's a one-word change? Mm-hmm. And like Shonda said, and Marcus have said in the past, that the naming committee can come together tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And they can start as early as tomorrow. And in a month or 2 weeks, we could have everything under control. We all agree that there should be a new building. We all are on board with having whatever this building is going to be, to bring the new programs. Nobody is against that. What I'm against is the wording.
So I understand that, and from a legal perspective, I don't think it really matters whether we refer to, because I'm referring to the facilities. I don't really think it matters whether we refer to temporarily closing or closing. But the rest of the motion, I think, is clear as to ultimately what we're doing. And let me say this, while we're saying these are things going into effect for the school year commencing 26, 27, they're continuing on. Y'all are approving, if that's your desire and that's what you vote on for the Career Academy. I think once you vote tonight, that's what we're approving, and we're going to be, so we don't have to come back 3 years from now and approve the actual consolidation with respect to Glen Hills and Barton Chapel, or with this conversion. I think one of the things that's confused in 2 years ago when we voted on moving Langford kids over to Tut, y'all only approved for what was happening for that particular year, and that's why we're adding that on this year to go ahead and formally approve the closure of Tut, and then the consolidation into the new Langford at some point in time during next school year, because we did not do that last time. We had so much on the agenda, we were looking at so many things in a long-range plan, we only wanted to focus on things for that year. I think in this case, it was desire of the administration to approve so that we don't have to come back next year, the following year, and just to approve, carrying out the plan. Does that make sense, or?
Larry, it does make sense, but you have to be sitting where we're sitting to understand it. And that's the point I'm getting at. Them people out here don't understand the wording here. And why can't we just make it simple enough for them to understand the wording? And the word temporary, I think is the right word for this.
And Ms. Braswell, I think that's up for y'all to decide. I really don't.
Okay,
you know, have a
hold on, Ms. Boyd and then Ms. Kane.
So, Mr. Fletcher, I kind of need a direct answer. Can we add temporary or not?
Yep,
Yes, I think that you can.
all right.
Okay, so
All
we
right.
can add
So,
temporary.
hold on, before we move forward. I would like to make a motion that we amend the agenda to say temporarily close T.W. Josie Comprehensive High School existing facilities. To make the amendment to the agenda to say temporarily close.
Second.
Second.
Okay, it's been motioned by myself, second by Ms. Braswell. Mr. Allen, can we get a roll call vote, please? Okay, Ms. Kane, question.
How does that, okay, again, how does that affect the naming committee?
It does not
It does
affect the
not
naming
affect the-
committee. 'Cause ultimately, we're going to convert it, and the rest of the resolution states that we are. So I think.
Converting it,
Right.
okay. I want to put a substitute motion on the table.
Okay,
My substitute motion is pretty much going to be like yours, that we will actually close the current T.W. Josie facility, move the current students and staff into the Murphy building until completion of the new facility, and that the students then would be moved back into T.W. Josie, the new building. And then we will add the naming committee. So we're gonna officially say we're closing the actual building, temporarily moving the students into, or moving them into the facility that's on the campus, Murphy, put the students in Murphy's old building while we redesign T.W. Josie as a whole.
okay,
And
so
then-
you're putting a different motion, an alternate motion on the table than
If it
what's
makes sense.
there. While we're doing here, my motion was to amend the agenda.
I'm saying the same thing, but just saying it differently.
No, you're not. Because if you put them back into the building itself, it takes away the last part.
Whatever. I'm through. I'm done.
No.
So do you want to
Ms.
submit
Stovall.
your motion?
Your motion, I think, would be fitting if we put a timestamp on it, temporarily 2020, summer 2029.
Okay, we can do that. So we're gonna adjust the motion to say to temporarily close T.W. Josie Comprehensive High School existing facilities until 2029. We're gonna put that in there until 2029.
On 2020.
That makes perfect sense.
Right. Ms. Braswell, do you still second that?
I do.
Okay, all right. Mr. Allen, can you please do it?
I have a question. Does that motion is just, we're putting temporarily?
Yes.
Between two and close, and that's the only change in that?
Yes, they're still gonna be housed inside Murphy Middle School.
Word to that?
Yep, all we're doing is adding one word to give a clarity to it. We also have, Ms. Valentine, would you like for me to, okay, we also have a suggestion from Ms. Valentine that she said, may I suggest the wording state to close T.W. Josie Comprehensive High School as a comprehensive attendance zone high school and convert the campus into a district-wide college and career academy serving grades 9 through 12 projected to open in fall of 2029. Would you like to submit that as a motion?
Are you removing, you're taking out
Because
everything
if
about
you was to do
renovation?
that, it will absolutely alter the entire, object of number 5.
We got a motion to change to insert temporary.
Temporary, all we doing is certain temporarily. Anything else that we make a motion of will absolutely change the, output of number 5. So that means we would have to withdraw it, pull it, and discuss it. And that will delay, moving forward in this part of the process. All we're doing at this point is adding the word temporarily so that it's understood that the Josie students will be housed at Murphy Middle School. Anything else will change this agenda item and we will have to pull it.
No, because that's gonna delay the
Motion
rebuilding
passed,
of the
so
school. They've been waiting for years.
Okay,
for this school.
so we're gonna
let's
move?
throw temporary in there, and let's move
Okay,
on.
so wait a minute, we gotta take the vote. So the motion has been to adjust the amendment item to add temporarily in there. It was a motion by myself, second by Ms. Braswell. Mr. Allen, can you do a roll call vote?
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Shonda Stovall?
Yes.
Mr. Ed Lowry?
Yes.
Ms. Mary Jane Abbott?
Yes.
Ms. Shante Boyd?
Yes.
Ms. Monique Braswell?
Yes.
Ms. Venus Kane?
Yes.
Mr. Walter Eubanks?
Yes.
Mr. Charlie Hanna?
Yes.
Ms. Samantha Valentine?
Yes.
And Mr. Walker is not present.
All right, so that passed to add the word temporarily. Now we must go back to item number 5. And so that agenda item now reads, to temporarily close T.W. Josie Comprehensive High School's existing facilities upon completion of the 2025-26 school year to allow for renovation of its existing facilities, constructions of new facilities on its current site, and conversion of the Josie Murphy campus into a district-wide college and career academy serving grades 9 through 12. The new college and career academy is projected to open in the fall of 2029. During the 3 years of construction, 2026-27, 2027-28, and 2028-29, 9th through 12th grade students zoned for T.W. Josie will attend T.W. Josie High School in the closed Murphy Middle School facilities. After completion of construction and opening of the new College and Career Academy, the Josie High School boundary will be dissolved commencing with the 2029-2030 school year, and the affected students will be reassigned to the Academy of Richmond County, Butler High School, and Laney High School. Students from Glen Hill High School will be reassigned to Butler High School. Some students from Glen Hill High School will be reassigned to Butler High School. All students will be eligible to attend the new College and Career Academy. Can I get a motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
No, we just, we approved the adjustment amendment.
Second.
It's been approved by Mr. Hannah, a second by Ms. Kane. Mr. Allen, can we do a roll call vote, please?
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Shonda Stovall?
Yes.
Mr. Ed Lowry?
Yes.
Ms. Mary Jane Abbott?
Yes.
Ms. Shante Boyd?
Yes.
Ms. Monique Braswell?
Yes.
Ms. Venus Kane?
Yes.
Mr. Walter Eubanks?
Yes.
Mr. Charlie Hanna?
Yes.
Ms. Samantha Valentine?
Yes.
Mr. Walker is not present.
All right, so that item has been passed unanimously. So just to clarify, we had 2 items with number 5. We adjusted the wording in the first part, and then we voted for it. All right, item number 6, to reassign students and make proposed changes to neighborhood planning units, MPUs, as outlined in the attached facility master plan and most recent public hearing notice. Any questions or discussion?
I do have something, not specifically
Boyd?
about that, but as a whole, the community just doesn't trust the board.
Yeah.
And many have reasons for that. And it may not even be this board as a collective. And the only way we're gonna get the community to trust us, we're gonna have to do what we say we're gonna do.
Exactly.
So we are gonna do what we said we're gonna do. And I'm going on record, we will do what we said we're going to do. And just ask you to trust us that we are, and I know that's a lot, but what we said we're gonna do, this board is gonna do what we said we're gonna do.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ms. Boyd. And it is on record. It is in our transcripts as of now.
Ms. Stovall, can I
Yes.
ask just 2 points, kind of revisit a couple of things?
Yes, sir.
One is regarding Tutt Middle School, and I noticed on the agenda where it said that Tutt Middle School as a middle school would close upon completion, and it said 2025-2027 school year. And under the plan, and obviously that's a mistake, but under the plan, as the comprehensive, plan that was presented at the last meeting, Tutt Middle School as a middle school, in other words, as a Tutt Dragon, my alumni, will close at the end of the 25-26 school year.
Yes.
Now, granted that, we may not be into the Langford campus until December, I don't know, I'm just saying sometime during 26-27 school year. But if that's the case, while we have the students still housed at Tutt, at that point in time, they will be Langford Tutt even if they're still in Tut for a while. So we're closing Tut, the school. That's my understanding, as of the end of that year. So, and we had mentioned 27, I think that's right. I think we need, just for the record, clarify that we'll close as this middle school upon the completion of the 25-26 school year.
Is that not what I read?
We have 27.
But I read 26 because I assumed it was a typo.
Well, we said 26, 27, and then we extrapolated the other two. So I think that's the purpose, is we're closing that as a school at the end of this school year.
Yes.
And then they're going to get it as quick as they can.
Yes, it
you
was
know, for the
projected
next-
by December because of the delayed in construction.
Mr. Allen, is that your
Yes,
understanding?
that is correct.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Anything else?
One other thing. When I had prepared the resolution to adopt these, I was doing it as, adopting all six, and y'all adopted them individually, which is fine. But I do think that we need, because typically we add some language that would give the superintendent and her staff, the authority to, take any and all other actions, including, for example, appointing naming committees as needed or advisable under board policy, and to make any and all other reassignments, changes, or adjustments as may be reasonably necessary or helpful to carry out the above recommended, facility master plan and the resolutions that you've just adopted, for the 26-27 school year, and continuing for those years described in the various items. And I think that's an important thing is, we've put in public notice all of these, MPUs we're going to change. We've got them in the tables that we refer to in the facilities master plan. Sometimes you might have to make other adjustments, and you're not required to have to get, approval for that. I just think that, we need just some general authorization to kind of clean up those type of things if it becomes necessary a year from now, 2 years from now.
All right. Would someone like to make that motion?
And that's
please?
typically what we've included in past motions that, when we've approved the master plan.
All right. Would someone like to make that motion?
Well, we haven't voted on 6 yet.
We haven't? Oh, we sure
Second.
haven't. We sure haven't.
No, y'all
Um,
didn't.
No, we didn't.
Y'all
We
did.
didn't. No, we didn't. It was motion by Ms. Kane,
Sorry.
second by Mr. Hannah. Mr. Allen, can you do a roll call vote, please?
Yes, ma'am.
This vote is for what?
Number 6, to reassign students and make proposed changes to neighborhood planning units
Okay.
as outlined in the attached facility master plan.
Can we attach Larry's motion to the end of that?
No, that's a second, that's a, separate issue.
Okay. Ms. Shawna Stovall,
Yes.
Mr. Ed Lowry,
Yes.
Ms. Mary Jane Abbott,
Yes.
Ms. Shante Boyd,
Yes.
Ms. Monique Braswell,
Yes.
Ms. Venus Kane,
Yes.
Mr. Walter Eubanks,
Yes.
Mr. Charlie Hanna,
Yes.
Ms. Samantha Valentine,
Yes.
and Mr. Walker is not present.
All right, thank you. That items passed unanimously, 9-1. Now, would someone like to, we're going to circle back to what Mr. Fletcher just said. Would someone like to make a motion that we move forward with his suggestion?
So move.
Second.
All right, it has been moved by Mr., do everybody, first of all, for clarification, do everybody understand what we're voting for?
No.
Okay, all right. That's what I thought, that's what I thought.
Do you want me to read this?
Yes, please.
I'll just,
Can we vote on it, the way we've been voting, like he's talking about the Tut thing and then move on to the next one?
No, what are you saying?
Like, the first thing he brought up was about Tut and the year being wrong and whatever the issue was with Tut. Can we vote on it the same way? Because the last one is the one that I'm brain fogged on.
Okay, wait.
You read it.
Which
She
one?
read it correctly. What Larry said, what the years when Ms. Stovall read it, she read 26, 27. So that we don't have to go back and vote on the Tut. We just need to
well,
vote.
I disagree. I think we're closing we're closing Tut Middle School
Your alma mater.
as a middle school, as a Tut Dragon. We're closing Tut Middle School upon completion of the 2025-2026 school year. And, and so, of course, they'll be going into the new building as of 2026 through 2027.
Okay,
Right.
so that's what I read. So that, like, we already voted on that. That's what I read. So on mine it said 25, 27, and I said 25, 26, because I assumed it was a typo.
Well, if
So
that's the case, then we're good.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, all right then. So we don't have to take a vote.
I think we've got it clarified for the record. I think we're good on that one.
Can we pull that up, please? Can we go back to item number 3, where I read to close Tut Middle School as a middle school upon completion of the 25-26 school year and consolidate Tut and Langford Middle School into a new middle school named Langford Tut Middle School to open during the 26-27 school year. Is there a way we can pull that, please? Yes. You can't pull it while the video is live? Okay, I know I marked it on my paper when I saw 25-27, that I marked it that it's 25-26, because 26-27 is
So
a
how about
separate
if we
school
just
year.
do it like this, Shonda? How about if we just ask to make the correction like we did for the word temporarily?
Let's do that.
I make a motion that we change the wording from to 25-26 school year and add the moving in December.
Got you. Second. All right, Mr. Allen, can you take a roll call vote for that, please?
Yes, ma'am.
I have a question.
Yes, sir, Mr. Eubanks.
We're gonna close Tut at the end of this school year.
Yes.
That's in this motion, is that correct?
Yes. It was in the motion that we last did.
That building will be closed at the end of this school year.
No, I think that's
The- the-
confusion, Walter. It's Tut as a school, as an academic school, will close as of 2025, 2026.
That's what
And then, in that point in time, it's going to consolidate into Langford Tut. But
It'll
it,
just
ma-
be a building that holds Langford Tut children.
that's right, but at some point in time, I said December, at some point in time, when we move into, when Langford is ready, it probably won't be ready for August of 26, 27. It'll probably be later in the fall. It may be as late as December. That's what I was saying.
Right.
But we got to protect it in the interim.
It's kind of like what we did with Bel Air.
Correct.
It said
Correct.
December
Exactly right.
2026, yeah.
Yes, so just for clarity on our end as well, those students going into the next school year, which will be 26-27, are prepared to be Langford Tut. And so closing Tut at the end of this school year creates clarity for the next school year when we move in, whether that's October, December, or January, within that time frame.
So Tut will no longer be a school, it would be Langford Tut as a combined school.
That's correct.
All right. What we're making the motion on is to change the wording, because in your papers, you see 26-27.
No, we see 25-26.
25-26, I'm sorry, on 25-27.
25-27.
I read 25-26. And so just for clarity, and have it on record, we're gonna put
25-26.
Ms. Braswell made the motion.
okay, so hold on. So I'm looking at something, I'm not even looking. Okay, so my paper says 25-26, the screen says 26-27.
You looking at Murphy?
Okay, got you. All right, glad we all cleared that up. So we're changing it just so it can correctly say 25-26 school year and not the 25-27 as written. So, that motion was made, Ms. Braswell seconded. Mr. Allen, can you do a call vote, please?
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Shonda Stovall,
Yes.
Mr. Ed Lowry,
Yes.
Ms. Mary Jane Abbott,
Yes.
Ms. Shante Boyd,
Yes.
Ms. Monique Braswell,
Yes.
Ms. Venus Kane,
Yes.
Mr. Walter Eubanks,
Yes.
Mr. Charlie Hanna. He's not present. Ms. Samantha Valentine,
Yes.
and Mr. Walker is not present.
All right, so that passed unanimously 8-0. 7-0. No, it's 3, it's 8-0. Because we only had 8. It's 8-0.
That's correct.
Only 2 empty seats.
Yeah, it's 8-0.
On the next one, Ms. Stovall, I would like if the attorney would explain what he's saying as far as the superintendent right and not having to come back to the board.
Okay.
I need to be
And I
clear.
will too. And Mr. Fletcher, can you put it not in legalese term? Can you put it in like average lay people terms?
like first graders, 'cause we graduated.
Let
Yes,
me
6 is off the table.
Okay.
Let me read what I would recommend the motion be, and then I'll try to explain it. I would recommend the motion to be that with respect to items 1 through 6, that you authorize the superintendent and her staff to take any and all other actions, comma, including appointing naming committees as needed or advisable per board policy and procedures, and to make any and all other reassignments, changes, or adjustments as may be reasonably necessary or helpful to carry out the above recommended facility master plan as presented, commencing with the 2026-27 school year and continuing for those years as described in items 1 through 6. And Monique, all that does is, if we have to change another zone, like, if we have to move any kids or NPUs or whatnot that might be associated with any of these schools, kind of like you had Belfair, we had 14 kids in Belfair, that we kind of picked up. I just want to make sure that, we've got this comprehensive plan and we've got these tables, we've got all these schedules. I want to make sure when we actually start moving kids, that we're getting all those covered and we didn't miss anything. That's my intent of that motion. And actually, it was already part, of the motion that we had, and this is almost identical to what we did for the one in 23. It was just language that we were going to apply for each motion.
All right. Would anybody like to move forward with that motion?
So to make sure I'm understanding, but, Mr. Allen, if you all decide that you are changing something, you will come back to the board, correct?
Yes.
Absolutely
Okay, I
right.
just want to make sure that's
That
on
would not
record,
be
that
done
you will
without
come back to the
coming to the
board.
board.
I just don't want us to have to go to public notice and public hearing just to change a few MPUs that y'all think are necessary to deal with transportation issues or something like that.
I just want to make sure it comes back to us and we're aware of whatever it is that you're proposing.
Yes.
So if there's a
We
need
could
for
put in here, we could add subject to the approval of the board.
correct.
Add that to the very end.
Yeah, I think that's better, because I'm with Shantae. It sounds like we're just giving up. We're giving up total control. We have we said this, and because the superintendent or anyone else felt like it's not a good thing, go back and change it without the board having any piece of it. And then all them people out there is say, y'all did it, and we ain't do it.
No, I see your point. That's a good point. I think that.
It's about
I think that's
trust, like
good.
Shantae said. Them people, they don't trust us, and they haven't trusted us in years.
I'm just trying to avoid a situation where we're having to come back and have a public hearing, public notice, all this stuff.
We willing to come on back and do
Okay.
what we got to do.
All
What I
right,
am.
Mr. Eubanks, I saw your hand.
I'd like to add to the bottom of that motion, subject to the approval of the board.
Thank you, Arthur.
Thank you. All right, so, Mr. Eubanks, I'm gonna charge you with making that motion then, sir. All right, and so can I get a second?
Second.
Second.
All right, it has been motioned by Mr. Eubanks, second by Ms. Valentine, Mr. Lowry. Mr. Allen, can you do a roll call vote, please?
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Shonda Stovall,
Yes.
Mr. Ed Lowry,
Yes.
Ms. Mary Jane Abbott,
Yes.
Ms. Shantae Boyd,
Yes.
Ms. Monique Braswell,
Yes.
Ms. Venus Kane,
Yes.
Mr. Walter Eubanks,
Yes.
Mr. Charlie Hanna is not present, Ms. Samantha Valentine,
Yes.
and Mr. Walker is not present.
All right, so that passes unanimously 8-0. All right, well, got the crux of that done. At this time, we're going to adjourn to an executive session. Board members, I ask that you leave your phones, all electronic devices, recording devices and things here out on the half circle. Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to stay and wait until we convene back into a board meeting out of the executive session. It should not take very long tonight. Otherwise, you're free to leave at such time, but we will be back out after our executive session. Can I get a motion to move into executive session, please?
So moved.
Second.
All right, it's been moved by Ms. Boyd, second by Ms. Braswell. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, we will be in executive session. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back from our executive session. May I get a motion to end the executive session and come back into board meeting, please?
So moved. You have a second.
That is because Ms. Abbott, can you second that, please?
I second the motion.
All right, it's been seconded by Ms. Boyd. Motion by Ms. Boyd, second by Ms. Abbott. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, Ms. Boyd, can you make a motion that no action was taken, please?
Sure, I make a motion that the board end executive session and that the chairman be directed to execute an affidavit in accordance with state law affirming that no subject was discussed during executive session that violated the Open Meetings Act of the state of Georgia.
Second.
All right, it's been motion by Ms. Boyd, second by Ms. Abbott. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, there we go. Can I get a motion for adjournment, please?
I motion.
Second.
All right, it's been moved by Mr. Lowry, second by Ms. Valentine. All those in favor say aye.
No roll call. You ain't doing no roll call. Mr. Allen ain't doing.
No, not on that. Any opposed? All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a great evening.